All right, hello and welcome back to Overdose Vapes. This is Obese Mode Live. We're here with a few friends. We're gonna do some goofy shit, yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. I got Yeti's uncle here. I got Richard Prescott from vapingcollection.com. I got Gizzard Stew
Hello.
from the internet.
From the internet, the interwebs.
I'll let everybody introduce themselves, one by one. I just kind of want to make sure that chat's working.
Yeah, you'll know that in 30 seconds, probably.
Hell, I can't even find it.
See, that's what I'm afraid of, is not being able to fucking find it. Okay, I got people. Yeah, we got it. It's up.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, that's me. Never mind. Sorry, I had it playing in the background. We actually have chat. Yay, we got fucking chat. Awesome. Awesome, fucking awesome. Okay, so my name's Travis. You probably know that already because here you are on my channel watching this live stream. I'm one of the co-hosts of Overdose Vapes. We do reviews of e-liquid and hardware, and that's kind of what we're all about. Tonight we're going to be looking at some of the worst liquids that we have in our possession right now. Each one of us is going to vape it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about old hardware. We're going to talk about bad hardware. We're going to talk about good juice and bad juice and everything in between. We're going to talk about our origin stories a little bit, how we became vapers, and how we got to where we are right now. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. Let's start with Yeti. Yeti, why don't you tell everybody what you're all about and where they can find you?
Okie dokie. Well, I'm Yeti. I'm Yeti's uncle. I'm a bit of a coil builder. You can find some of my stuff at yetiwire.com. For purchase or whatnot. I have some photos that I've taken of some of the stuff I've done in the past and currently, and some of my projects that I'm secretly working on up on my Instagrizzles, and that's just under Yeti's uncle. And that's me.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, Instagrizzles. I love that. That shit is that's my new favorite word. Instagrizzle.
Instagrizzle.
Instagrizzly. Okay, Richard, why don't you go ahead? A lot of people probably have heard about you on the Overdose Vapes, but they've never actually seen you. You're part of the group. I know you're over there, part of the group, and you participate in that way. But I think this is the first time they're actually seeing you, live and direct. So.
Yeah. Well, my name is Richard Prescott. I am the owner of vapingcollection.com, and it's good to be here. And it's good to finally, meet all you guys. And that's me.
Excellent.
Sorry, it's fine. I had to go get some ammo and crap.
Excellent. And if you guys don't know, vapingcollection.com is a wonderful site. He does like crazy sales all the time. Like you were doing $10 30s for quite a while, and that was
we're still doing it right now.
Oh my god! So if you're like having funds and shit, and you want to try some of these more high-end 30 ml bottles, go check them out because it's like all 30s, right?
Yeah. I mean, all the 30s are $10 off, but we have 60. We have like 60s, 180s. Obviously, those aren't $10, but we're going to be doing where the 60 mils are $20. So it's the same thing. Yeah. So.
That's amazing. That's just amazing. And Richard's done a lot of really great stuff for the Overdose Vapes family. He's given us discount codes. He's done all kinds of shit, and he sent us stuff to review before. He's just a great guy, and he's a real cool member of the family. So thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Travis.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And motherfucking Gizzard Stew, tell us all about it. What's going on?
Howdy, hey, boys and girls. I'm Gizzard Stew. I do some YouTubing, and I just started an Instagram account this week. Woohoo! I also have a Twitter account at What's Up Gizzard, and I'm a DIYer pretty much, and so I'm on several shows a week, and I'm also into the advocacy side of vaping, and
Welcome to the internet, Grandpa. Finally got an Instagram. I'm on tweeters.
I'm on the tweeter.
I got the Twitters.
And I got an Instagrizzle.
I got an Instagrizzle this week.
Oh,
I got to admit, I was late to the Instagrizzle game myself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bullshit. I'm only recently like being really active on it. I've had it for a couple of years, but I've just recently really got into posting on there and shit.
I was avoiding it for a while, you know.
Yeah.
It's like I just
Yeah.
that stuff can drive you crazy if your phone's going off every 2 minutes. But
Yeah.
I bit the bullet this last week and kind of decided to try it out for a little bit.
Get with the times.
Yeah.
I only use it for vaping stuff because every vapor is on there. Everyone I know is on there as far as in the vaping world, and so it's like an easy way to like kind of keep up with what everybody's doing. And I like, I don't know, I'm getting into like taking more and more pictures, and so it's a really good platform for pictures and shit.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yep.
The video's not
Absolutely
quite
right.
there yet, but the fucking the pictures, I mean, I can put up some really good quality pictures.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm still figuring it out. I need a tutorial, I think. I don't get how the hashtag stuff works, and but I did manage to make a few posts this week, and I've already got a few followers.
You already got several thousand followers, don't you?
Well,
It doesn't take long.
I'm approaching 100.
If he really did have several thousand, I was gonna be really jealous because I only have
Me
like a couple
too.
hundred.
I was like, what?
I haven't looked, but I had like 50 right away, like in 10 minutes.
I'm following you. As soon as I saw you post, you came up in my feed. I followed you. So
Yeah,
I'm one of the 50.
nice.
You know, but yeah, like there's a lot of shit on Instagram. I don't know how to repost anything. I feel really stupid. I never ask anybody because it sounds like a really stupid question. But all the contests, right, are all like repost this, and you can win like 1,000 milliliters of juice. And so I'm like, well, I guess I'm not winning anything because I don't know how to fucking repost anything because I'm so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I think you need a separate app.
Yeah.
For that
Oh
or something.
Lord.
It's called repost.
Oh God.
I
See,
know.
I'm out of the game right there. I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, Grandpa.
Yeah, I am. Okay, so on the agenda tonight, we're kind of going to play it fast and loose, but we do have a couple things we want to do. I told all these guys to get like their grossest fucking e-liquids out, and let's vape some gross e-liquids and talk about it. Because taste is subjective, and we all know that. And we're not trying to put these companies on blast. These are just juices that we've tried and we don't like for whatever reason. A good example of this, me and Richard were talking before we started, is that the company Brewell, they make a juice called MYLK, milk. And that juice, fucking people hate it. A lot of people hate it. Personally, I like it. I think it tastes like breast milk. I'm a breast milk fan. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I've always liked it. I thought it's a good juice. But man, like that's hotly contested. People fucking really get like, furious about it. Like that shit's disgusting. Like my girlfriend wouldn't even let me vape it around her. It stunk so bad. Josh, it was gonna make him vomit. Some people said it tastes like a cheese. So you know, it's just. It's subjective, and so we're not trying to bash these companies. These are just flavors that aren't working for us. That's all.
Correct. Travis, I was going to mention that you're starting to sound like Transformer. So sometimes on Hangouts, you have to turn your mic on and off, or you have to pop in and out sometimes to reset the audio just when that starts happening. So hopefully it'll clear up.
Quite robotic. Yeah, Shane says he can't hardly hear him either.
Yeah, sometimes you have to like pop in and out of the feed where the feed won't go away. It just, you know, we'll still be here when you get back. It's just like you have to reboot it.
Is it really bad right now?
It's better, I think, just since you turned it off and on. But you were headed toward full-blown transformer.
Okay, well, keep me
Yeah.
updated because I don't want to sound like a fucking idiot the whole show.
You don't sound like an idiot. You sound like a robot.
Well,
Yeah.
same difference, I guess. Okay, so who's gonna start? I guess I can start if you guys are
Yeah,
starting.
you should start.
Big chickens. Okay, I'll start. The juice that made me want to gag and vomit the last time I tried it. It's called Melon Shake. I don't know what it's all about. The other two flavors that these guys made, I liked a lot. Banana and straw. And it's all like milkshake candy kind of flavors.
But so it's supposed to be like a melon shake.
Like a melon shake pop.
Huh.
So it's a little weird, but you know, there's something about it. Like the smell of it is really like almost like rotten meat to me. Oh my god!
That's right.
It's been steeping for a while, so it might be a little better. I'm gonna try it though.
That's right. My flavor profile.
Rotten.
If you want this shit, I will fucking mail it to you right now.
It's hard to find a good rotten meat vape.
Yeah. They should have named it Roadkill.
Yeah.
It still smells a little like bacon, a little bit. Well, off the coils.
What is the
Ugh.
flavor? What is the flavor profile supposed to be?
Melon milkshake.
Okay.
Melon milkshake, like lollipop.
Huh.
That's pretty far off of that.
Yeah, there should be no bacon involved.
Yeah. Bacon lollipop.
Okay, and so and to do this, I'm gonna actually show you guys my worst piece of hardware that I have. This isn't the one I use the most often, but it's the one that I my worst. It is this Sigelli body style 18 or some shit, I think it's called. It's got this button on the side, right?
No.
It
Yeah.
sticks every time. I mean, I've never had it not stick. It's dangerous, and it's just flimsy and it doesn't work very well. And I have this. I bought it for like $6, and I got this RDA from Fast Tech, and it's really terrible too. The center post spins like crazy, and it's the Apollo V1 clone. The design of it is terrible, anyways. Even if it wasn't a clone, but it's bad. All right, I'm gonna try it now.
It's like
It doesn't
meat.
taste. It doesn't taste like meat. Thank God. It's actually been steeping a little bit. It's not as bad as it was. Thank God. But it doesn't taste like melon shake either. It's no.
Like an in-between.
It's just really sweet, and it has that gross kind of artificial melon flavor.
Alright, so it's good.
And
Yeah,
there's
that
just something
doesn't-
about it. It hangs in the back of my throat. No. Very, very foul aftertaste. No. I can't do any more of it. It's really gross. But you know what? It has steeped into something that didn't make me barf. The last time I tried it, I literally was gonna barf.
Ugh,
So
that's bad.
It's gotten better.
Maybe it's steeped a little bit.
It steeped some of that fucking awful out, I think. All right, who's next? Somebody else has to go now.
I'll go next. All right. So the one that I have is, and again, this is totally subjective, but it's from the Epic Juice line, and I like a lot of their stuff, but this one is just not for me. And I think that it kind of goes along the lines of the milk one. It kind of just has that. It's supposed to be, the profile is supposed to be like a strawberries milk. It's called Kirby's milk, and it just has that like cheese smell. I don't know. I just here I'll drip some and taste some, but
Alright, so
it's just not my cup of tea. Yeah, it's just not. I guess when I'm looking for a good strawberry vape or a good vape in general, I want something that's kind of close to the profile and just tastes like cheese to me.
When you get a strawberry vape, you're not really going for cheese. That's what you're saying to me.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I feel like they tried to maybe do like a spin, like, because I know there's so many strawberry cream type vapes out there that maybe they try to do it different. But I feel like when I vaped this one, I was just like, whoa, this isn't not what I was expecting. So.
Here's the thing: when you're gonna do it like a staple flavor, like strawberry cream or something, right? That's not the time to get creative. It's not. I mean,
right.
People come to expect a certain flavor and a
right.
certain level of quality, and if you want to get crazy, come up with a whole different flavor. Don't trick people into saying this is a strawberry cream, and then all of a sudden they got cheese. That doesn't make sense.
Exactly. I mean, at least with the milk one, the profile is condensed milk, so.
Yep.
At least, if anyone's ever had condensed milk, it doesn't taste like regular milk. So I was just trying to look up the flavor profile for this one. So I guess it's supposed to be, let's see, a sweet strawberry wafer cookie dunked in creamy milk, and it just doesn't taste like that. So it tastes like a piece of cheese dunked into milk.
Ugh.
Yeah. So
not good.
Bueno.
I'm not a cheese guy. Keep the cheese out of my fucking vapes.
No.
It's funny. Because at one time I used to get a bunch of juice from Mount Baker Vapor when we first started. Because they were like one of the only companies that was like, yeah, sure, we'll send you like 1,000 different fucking flavors to review. And we had a fucking cheesecake, and it literally just tasted like Parmesan cheese.
Oh.
like not even sweet, just Parmesan cheese. So
Gross.
There was no sweetness at all to it. It would just taste like
Parmesan. Straight up motherfucking Parmesan.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, that's really bad.
All right, so before we go to the next terrible vape, I want to check the chat real quick and see what's going on over there. If I can get to it somewhere. Okay, so some people don't know who Richard is. They're like getting late, and they're like, who the fuck is this guy? It's Richard Prescott. He is the owner of vapingcollection.com. He's a great guy. A lot of you guys know him from the group, I'm sure, and this is him in real life. So,
hello, everybody.
Travis, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, why don't you just refresh your browser real quick?
All right.
Should come right back.
We'll keep them entertained.
Da, da, da.
Yeah, it's getting pretty bad.
Yeah. Come back, Travis. Come back.
We can't do it without you.
I could boot him off his own show.
He fell for it too.
I know,
see
right?
that?
Rookie.
What a sucker.
We'll take over.
Okay, now that we have the helm.
Okay. I actually, when I turned my camera off a minute ago, it was because my chair was squeaking so bad I had to lube it up with some barrel oil.
Lubing it up. Okay, so am I fucking like Bender from Futurama?
No, now you sound great, but you may have to do that again if it starts going out on you.
Yeah, just don't let me go too long. As soon as it starts happening, just let me know.
Now it's perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so back to chat for a second here. Let's check it out. Any questions? No. Kirby Milk, thumbs down. Yep, Shane Smith, he agrees that Kirby Milk is terrible. So it's not just you. Switch Vapors says, what's up, Richard? Everybody's saying, what's up, Richard? And Owen wants some fancy stainless steel coils for a 0.3-ish build.
I answered. Show enough.
There you go. Show enough, motherfuckers.
Show enough.
Show enough.
Yeti, you have a question in chat.
Yeah, I answered it.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Was
that when I was fixing my chair?
No, it just now came up.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Okay, so who's next? Gross Juice.
I'll go next.
Okay.
All right. So my gross juice is kind of an interesting story because I still have it. It's the first juice that I ever tried, and it's made by 503, which is a local company here in Minnesota. You know, like I should explain that a lot of the vape stores here by law have to make a certain percentage of their own juices. So for a long time here, we weren't able to import a lot of juice from outside the state. And so this was like a house juice. And people that are familiar with 503 will know the name of the vape shop, but I won't bring that up since I'm going to diss on this. But the name of the vape is Cherry Bomb. And
cherry's hard to do.
yeah. But anyway, the ironic thing is, as like somebody that was just trying to get off cigarettes, I went in and they sold me, at that time, it was like a C4 Claramizer and a spinner battery, right? And then, you know, they have all these juices, and I did try a few, but I'm just like, well, what would you recommend? What would be, you know, one of your most popular juices? They're like, this. We sell more of this than anything.
They're just trying to get rid of it.
So either they thought that I was never coming back, or I don't know. But so seeing that I still have some left, and it's at a 20 milligram Nick.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Holy crap! 20 milligrams.
I'm gonna vape that tonight on. I just rewicked and I've got it. I've got it on my Playboy mod, which this mod happens to be, because I think another question that we're doing tonight is what mod that is like older kind of do you consistently use? And this would be it for me, because it takes two 18650s. I only use it in wattage mode, and it actually fits 24 millimeter addies without an overhang. And it's just like my workhorse mod that it's small. It's about the size of iStick, a dual battery iStick. And yeah, so
Wait, hold on a second. Is this juice the original juice you had?
yes, this is it. And what I did was I rewicked before the show.
Is it rotten?
I don't know.
How many years old?
Fuck.
This juice is from 2013. So
Oh my God.
And wait,
Mm.
it's 20 milligram nicotine.
wish me luck.
I can't wait. This is gonna be the highlight of the fucking show right here. That's why we
That's
did.
right.
Yeah, this is like the
And
highlight.
so now I think I'm gonna go ahead and
No pressure.
I'm gonna start out at 54 watt, and I'm vaping it on fused Claptons, and, and the build is let's see here, 0.14.
Oh, perfect. For a 3-year-old 20 fucking juice.
Okay, so ta-da! Drum roll.
Oh man. Oh shit.
Motherfucker.
What was worse, the taste of the
No,
nicotine?
wait, one more. Okay.
Oh God.
Oh man. Ow.
Oh God.
All right.
That's like
so,
worse than a non-filter Camel.
I know.
Right. So straight up. Oh, by the way, it's got. It also has whatever the menthol crystals in it as well.
Oh God. Damn.
So it's
It's rugged.
I would describe it as Robitussin with menthol and it's got quite the throat hit.
I could imagine. He's all fucked up on nicotine now. He's all high and shit from it.
Oh man, let me have one more.
Oh god, you fucking beast. Oh god.
Is the color on that stuff like pitch black?
No, actually, the stuff is still fairly clear.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, the cotton isn't that bad. You know,
Wow.
it's like fresh cotton.
You know what's funny? Well, I'll jump before we get to Yeti's terrible juice. When I first started vaping, the very first kit I got, because I tried, Josh started first, and I tried his shit, and so I went online and got a little pin and tank combo, right, from China, and it came with juice. I could get 6 bottles of juice, any juice I wanted. I got it in 36 milligram. And it was Chinese juice, 36 milligram nicotine, and I had clove, grape, root beer, and the first one I broke up was clove, and I fucking stuck it in that tank. And for like the next 2 months, I didn't try to vape ever again. No,
Yeah,
I can't.
I was gonna say, how do you guys keep vaping after that?
Well, that's an interesting thing because I got this in 2013, in probably September or October of 2013, and I didn't like vaping.
Yeah, what do you know?
That's weird.
Couldn't
That's
imagine.
fucking bizarre.
So I only lasted trying to vape for about 2 weeks, and I said this ain't for me, and I went back to smoking cigarettes for another year, and when I finally quit was in September of 2014. So this didn't quite do it for me.
Well, what juice? Here's another topic we wanted to talk about. What juice did do it for you? Because I know what juice did it for me.
Well, I can't really say that. I guess what I would have to say is because the first juice where I said, this is finally working for me, is the juice that I vape on a daily basis, even till now, and that would be Doors Hazy Custard. Because even though I was able to stay off cigarettes for a good 6 months before I tried it, I wasn't happy. I wasn't finding any juices that I liked. I mean, I was going through where pretty much I just didn't want to smoke anymore. And so, even though I quit in September of 2014, I probably didn't try Hazy Custard until like March of 2015. And then that's been my all-day vape ever since.
It's a good juice.
Yeah.
Well, for me, because the first time I tried vaping was 2009, like right at the start, and it didn't take. There was literally no juices that I liked at that time. It was all either fruits or tobaccos, and the technology sucked. We're talking cartomizers and shit. And then around 2010, late 2010, I got my first RDA, and I started building my own coils. It was a Patriot clone, and I had one of those MVP 10-watt mods, and I would build little fucking 1-ohm coils, and I'd vape. And I still, there was some juices I liked, but I didn't really find anything I liked, that I would vape all the time. And I was still struggling trying to not smoke at all, because I was still smoking, cheating, smoking some, vaping some, smoking. But then I tried when it was, I don't remember exactly what year, but it was this whatever year Suicide Bunny came out with fucking Mother's Milk. The first time I tried Mother's Milk, I was like, now that the fact that this is a possibility, that makes me excited for vaping. You know what I mean? Because like I didn't even realize that we could get flavors like that. And then now it's not, there's way better flavors now than Mother's Milk. But at the time it was like, wow, this is something unique, and it's something like a little fucking. They put a little effort into it. It's not just fucking pixie sticks. It's fucking this complex, creamy, fruity, like wonderful little flavor. And from that day on, I mean, I dual used for another month, but it was quickly right after that I stopped smoking altogether. So
yeah.
And it was a combination of having the right hardware and having the right juice, and a combination of an RDA with mother's milk. It was just a good combination for me. It worked really well.
Looking back on it, I mean, my first 6 months of just vaping and not smoking kind of sucked. You know, I was still using a C4 clearomizer for part of it. Then finally I got a DNA 30 clone.
One of the Hannah mods clones?
Yeah, I still have it.
That's my first 30-watt mod too.
Yep, and I've always been real careful because I know that if you put the battery in wrong, it'll fry it. If you put it in upside down, but the combination of that and then Aspire, what was the name of the
Nautilus?
Nautilus, an Aspire Nautilus tank, and that 30-watt mod was what really got me off cigarettes. But I still, like I said, I was still having trouble coming up with juice that I liked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pure determination, got me off of cigarettes. It wasn't like, oh, this is great, because it really wasn't. I mean,
I already wanted to get off cigarettes.
Yeah, it's great now, but I mean, like I said, my first try was just a fail, and then a whole year later, then my second try was still kind of a fail, but the only thing I didn't fail was I just, it was enough to get me off cigarettes, but I didn't really start having like a great vape experience until like spring of 2015, and everything was in flux at that period too. That was the time when cloud chasing and good atomizers and higher higher wattage mods were coming out in the spring of 2015, and that's when vaping as we know it today kind of exploded, in my opinion.
Yep. That's when vaping got great.
That's when things really opened up for vaping, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So how about you, Richard? What was your first experience with your first juice, and then the first juice that really wowed you?
Yeah. Well, so I was introduced to vaping. I smoked since I was 16, and I stopped vaping stopped smoking cigarettes when I was 27. So I smoked for a long time, and at the end of my smoking cigarettes, I was already to the point where I wanted to quit. Like, I had already tried, nicotine gum and that kind of stuff, and nothing worked for me. And a couple of my buddies had, the vape pens, and it looked like something that could work. So I tried it, and I knew immediately that there was something that was different about this. And so I got one. There was these, I don't think they're around anymore. They might be, but I don't know. But they were called Vapeur, and they were like the first.
I remember that.
Yeah, they were like the first kind of shop that made their own juice and sold hardware. So I got something called a lava tube, and it was like,
dude, I fucking remember the lava tube. Fuck yes.
Yeah. It was like a silver little tube, and it had like a minus and a plus sign on it, and a little tiny screen. And I think you could go up to like, I don't even remember. It wasn't much, and then I had this little tiny atomizer. It was called a Phoenix, and it was literally like three little like spaced wraps of like 28 gauge wrapped around silica. And but it was like, at the time, it was like the most, like, Vapeur had like the most non-complex juices. It was like cotton candy, grape, tobacco, like Travis was saying. And I mean, just because I didn't have anything else to compare it to, it was the shit for me. So I was stoked, and I was still smoking cigarettes and you know, a little bit, but the vaping had definitely helped me cut back. And then one day I got tattooed, and then every time after I get tattooed, I would have a cigarette. And I just remember I went to have a cigarette, and I was like, I can't. This is disgusting. Like, I can't do this anymore. So ever since then, I just had gone head first into vaping, and you know, just shit has gotten so incredibly advanced, and it's just amazing, you know, what it's turned into, and I love it. I have a passion for it. So I think it's helped me in a lot of aspects of life, not just, you know, quitting smoking. That's just me personally, but yeah, I think vaping is definitely an amazing thing. So, but yeah, my first juice was, I think the first juice I ever vaped was it was like a Cuban cigar kind of vape. Yeah,
Ooh.
it wasn't it. Yeah, it definitely has gotten better since then. So.
Oh, how about the first juice that really blew you away?
The first juice that blew me away, you know, you were saying mother's milk, and I probably had some before that really blew me away. But when I tried mother's milk, it was like, you know, like you said, like this is the first juice that I feel like they put, you know, some creativity behind. You know what I mean? And the bottle art was badass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just made it seem cool. Like the whole thing seemed cooler then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like they didn't have a bottle out at the time that was like that. You know, it was just like the twist off cap, and then you had to put it in. You know, whatever else you got. But yeah, I think that was like the first. There was a couple other juices from local vape shops, house juices that I really liked. But yeah, I think mother's milk was like now I mean I don't really care for it as much now just because there's so many other good ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like the first one that really, you know, was like, yeah, this is good.
And it was a big deal when it came out. That shit was a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, like
Definitely.
people talked about that juice. It was like, holy shit, you know, this is like the start of something new.
Yeah, exactly. And the other juices in that line, in the Suicide Bunny line, weren't bad either.
No, the OB is really good.
OB, yep.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so Yeti. First, you need to vape the disgusting fucking juice.
Man.
Then you can tell us your stories here.
Okay.
I think you
well,
need to vape it before you even tell them what it is.
I guess that would be best. It's like pulling a Band-Aid off and just get it out and over with.
One motion, just do it.
Tell us what kind of build you're using on it.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, fuck. I forgot about this one. This is a transformer with a twisted parallel in between.
Good. You want to make sure you get all the nuance of that flavor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a transformer with a twisted staged heating wire in the middle of it.
Well, this should
And
bring
it's
out all the nuance.
Yeah, you're gonna
Just
get
on a
all
parallel
those little
box.
nooks and crannies. Mm.
Oh, fuck. You guys are assholes. Actually, Giz is the asshole on this one. I'll explain in a minute. Oh, please don't work. Oh, shit.
Come on, one more. One more.
It's good.
You know, you shouldn't be coughing from a vape. This isn't good, guys.
Yeah, you'd think. Oh, it's fucking repugnant.
When you have to pull out the big words like repugnant, I love it. I love it.
It's fucking gross.
Okay, so
There's
now
no other.
what
I
is
can't
it?
use any fancier word than fucking gross.
Well, so what is this juice? No more suspense here.
This Okay, now first of all, I've got to start off by saying the person who made this is, without a doubt, one of the finer DIY guys I've had the pleasure of knowing. In fact, I've got several of his other liquids that are quite tasty, actually. In fact, I'm in love with one of them. This one, on the other hand, is not one of those. This is well steeped, by the way. I believe it's on its, 12th month, is?
Jeez Louise.
I don't know. It's
I believe wasn't it November when you made it?
Yeah, I believe it was November.
This is Giz's version of Tim Hortons coffee. And it's so good, he decided to name it Tim Hortons Bin, as in Tim Hortons trash bin.
Oh God.
It tastes, and I'll give you a detailed description of the flavor profile. Take ground up coffee grounds, coffee filters, and the liquid that's within. And at the end of the day, at a coffee shop such as Tim Hortons, they toss it into the trash bin, right? Well, this is what the bottom of that trash bin would taste like if it were vape.
Oh, come on.
And it is dead on fucking disgusting.
What the? Can I ask a question? What the fuck is Tim Hortons?
Yeah, tell him.
It's basically Canada's version of Starbucks.
Okay. Okay.
It's their Canadian chain of coffee shops that's like really, really popular up in Canada.
So this flavor
And
be
holy
coffee?
shit, is it nasty?
Coffee?
Oh,
No,
it's coffee.
No, the flavor profile is coffee grounds.
Ugh.
Coffee grounds. That's what you're missing.
God,
It's
damn.
not coffee. It's coffee grounds.
Ugh. Ugh. What
And there's
milligram?
just something like super. I don't know. What is it? 3?
Yeah, it's probably 3.
3 or 0?
It should be like 16. I mean, if we're gonna be real about it.
It might even be 0. You know, we wouldn't want that nicotine fucking with that.
You don't want the nicotine fuck that flavor up, huh?
Yeah, you can't have that. It's even dry. It's even like really dry, like coffee is. You know how it can be dry on your tongue.
Yeah, it has that texture, huh?
Yep.
It's so gross.
It's fucking gross.
Ugh.
So
Coffee.
anyway, I'll expand on it just a little bit. What it was kind of close to the start of my DIY career, and it was my first attempt at making a coffee vape. And you know, it was awful when I made it, and I'm like, well, maybe it needs to steep. And then, like, I even have it all written down. Like, I tried it 10 days later. Oh, it's still awful. And then I tried it in, 2 weeks. It was still awful. And then about a month in, it got really awful.
And then he's like, "Hey Yeti, I'm sending you a package."
Oh my
So
God.
It got worse with time.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten better. I can assure you that.
it's had a life of its own. We're supposed to be passing it on down the line so that everyone can try it and enjoy it.
Coffee vapes
Yeah,
are hard to get anyway, so.
Yeah.
It's coming to you next, Travis. So.
Hey, I'll fucking vape it. Think I won't. I'll fucking try the hell out of it.
Oh man.
You know, for tonight, I actually looked for one of those because for a long time I had those 36 milligram Chinese nicotine juices for the longest time, and I tried to find one tonight. The last time I opened one, it was straight black. But I was gonna vape it though, but I couldn't find any left. I think I gave them all away.
That nicotine just over time turns it dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just rotten. It was rotten when I got it, so it didn't change with age or anything. It was just fucked.
Didn't get any better.
No, it was fucked from the get-go. All right. So, Yeti, how about you, buddy? What was the first juice you tried and the first juice that really knocked your socks off?
The very first liquid I tried was it was a house juice or house liquid. Juicy fruit. And I was thinking like the gum, but it was like a fruit punch kind of thing. And that's what really got my, kind of perked my ears to vaping. The first liquid that I actually fell in love with was Mod Fuel's Javelin. There was just something about it. I mean, it was because it's kind of a fruity type vape. I'm really into the fruity vapes. It's just my flavor profile, I guess. And then when I stumbled upon Dawn from Adore E-Liquid, I've been an Adore whore ever since. I've been I bit hook, line, and sinker from then on. So
Dawn's a great lady. You know, beyond the fact she makes great juice, but she's also just a cool lady. If anybody didn't get to see yesterday, we did a little DIY. It was nothing, nothing crazy, but she sent us everything we needed, and we made up some yogurt, some Addie's yogurt yesterday. But from now on, like maybe next week, we're gonna try to do something a little bit more complicated. I'm gonna order some more concentrate, some flavor concentrates. I want to make a strawberry cream, because that's my flavor profile. So I want to try to make like a half gallon of strawberry cream or something. Yeah, I'm into it.
Well, I would suggest, just coming from the DIY section, if you're planning on making a half gallon, I would start out with a smaller batch first, just to make sure.
Yeah, no, sure. No, I was just spouting a little hyperbole. I'm not gonna legit make a half gallon, but I mean that's eventually what I would like to do is to get a nice recipe for a quality strawberry cream that I could just make like a half gallon at a time and just fucking vape the fuck out of it, just to save money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was gonna interject that as well. You want to start out with like 15 mils.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
You're gonna go through a lot of recipes to hit that nirvana, unfortunately. Yeah.
Well, I found there's a guy on YouTube who I kind of like, and he has a ton of recipes, and so I might try. He's got a recipe. It's like a clone of unicorn milk. I might try that. It seems really simple, so I don't know.
Yeah, there are.
Hell yeah.
That's probably the number one cloned juice in existence.
Yeah.
Is unicorn milk. So there are some better recipes of it. I'll just say one real brief thing about cloning juice is because of all the different flavor possibilities of different flavorings and different percentages and different steep times, you're actually replicating something 100% usually does not happen.
Yeah, I know, and I wouldn't expect to be able to nail it 100%. And actually, I think the first thing that we're going to try to make is our white bitch formula. We're not actually calling it white bitch. That's what we wanted to call it, but it's just a little un-PC for our taste. But we're researching the name, how we can say white bitch without actually saying white bitch. But it's a good friend of mine. He had a juice called Sweet Lucy, and it was his only juice. It was a one-man operation. He's still part of the group and everything. He's a great guy. And Sweet Lucy was my jam. It was like my favorite flavor. It was a little bit of peach, a little bit of strawberry, some caramel, some different kinds of creams and custards, and there was just something about it, and it was just excellent. So he actually, when he went out of business, he gave us the recipe. So I'm gonna try. I want to try to duplicate that first before I do anything else. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so moving on. Let's talk about hardware. Giz, you already kind of said what you use on a daily basis. That's old, but that doesn't seem that old. How old is that Playboy mod?
No, it's probably was out in January or February of 2015.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe January or February of 2016. Maybe that's right.
Yeah, it's pretty new.
But if that's the oldest thing you're using, that's the oldest thing you're using.
Well, I just brought it up because I was thinking, I have that DNA 30 and it still works, but once in a while I'll run a K-Fun on it or something, but I actually I
wish my fucking Hannah clone still worked. I would love to have that little DNA 30 son of a bitch. I loved it, dude.
Hang on, I'll find it.
No, I totally loved that thing. But unfortunately, the chip in mine fried. Not because I put the batteries in wrong or anything, but it just eventually just shit out on me. Wouldn't fire anything anymore.
So what I was saying about this is, you know, it's just a great mod. I think it's overpowered. You know, I rarely run it over 60 watts, but 60 watts in this thing is more like 80 watts, I think.
Well,
You know?
you never hear that.
Yeah, no, it seems really overpowered to me because even when
It's rowdy.
even when I dial it down, it's rowdy. It's kind of like I remember the one. What was the one? The jellyfish or whatever.
Jellyfish, yeah.
I don't think it might be quite off the hook like that, but I do get a sense, you know, because I have DNA 200 device, which is real accurate, and I have an HPRIV, which is real accurate. And so I think this is overpowered. But this, you know, I'm not afraid to take this out of the car or, you know, out and about, and I'm not afraid to drop it. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
and it takes 2 batteries, so it's got good battery life. And, you know, I've kind of grown really fond of it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, if it works, fuck it.
Plus, I mean, look how easy it is to change the batteries and dump them out of it. It's got
That's
like
huge
this,
for me.
yeah,
That
it's
is
got
huge
this
for me,
door that just,
Yeah.
the door just flops open. You throw the batteries in it.
I hate having to like unscrew and unscrew.
Oh
like,
my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
You,
it's annoying.
you throw it back
Like the
together.
first SX Mini was like that. So annoying.
oh, the SX Mini. I was just using my SX Mini earlier. Yeah, to have a coin to fucking take the
Yeah.
battery out. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
I don't
fucking
like it.
crazy.
Don't
Yeah,
like
and you
it.
know what? My fucking Mini's screen stopped working. So I can't tell what wattage it's at or anything, but I threw my fucking avocado on it today, and I just started pressing up and down, and I
It
eventually found it still works. It fires, so I'm using it just for the avocado.
Hey, have you seen the battery extension for the first SX Mini?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, dude.
Looks
It's literally
stupid, yeah.
like a clip for like a gun that's coming out. It's ridiculous. It looks like this. It literally looks like this. It's like
It's crazy. Yeah.
Hey, don't make fun of that. Even Vicious Ant has one of those tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
crazy.
I wish I could afford some Vicious Ant stuff, then. Fucking
Hell yeah.
so nice. Oh my god.
What's that crazy one? Is Vicious Ant the company or the model?
That's
They have-
a company.
It's a company, but they have one I think called the Vicious Ant too.
Okay, there's one that's like $700. I forgot.
Everything they make is about $700.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
super-
gonna say. That's the cheap
They
end
have
of this stuff.
regulated mods that cost like $1,000. They have
Yeah, it's
tech
crazy.
mods that are like 500 and shit. Yeah.
Oh no, I forgot what was in there. I just took another rip on it.
The 20 That's awesome.
Gross.
Okay, so I'll go next on what I use every day. There has been a period for like 6 months where it didn't work, but my girlfriend fixed it. She's amazing with like technical shit, and it is my fucking Panzer Blackhawk.
Oh,
Speaking of
shit.
Vicious Ant,
Wow.
but it's a clone. This is actually the very first mechanical mod I ever bought, and so it's probably 4 years old. And it's a total piece of shit. The button fucking pops out all the time and it auto fires, and but it hits like a beast. I mean, it has like no voltage drop. I don't know what it is. I just fucking love it.
Oh yeah.
And so I use it every day. I'm a mech guy. I mean, pretty much. I just traded my DNA 200 to Josh for his continuous current Manhattan V2. I'm a mech guy. I love mechs and shit. So there's
Same
several
here.
mechs that are really old that I use all the time. Like this Fuhattan is probably 3 years old, and I use that every fucking day. What else? This fucking Tesla is pretty old too. This is just the Tesla little mech box. The Tesla 2 sub mod.
Oh yeah, that is a badass box. I've got one too.
They're fucking ruthless, dude, and they have 4,500 mAh internal light
Yeah.
bulb battery.
They're awesome though, man.
Yeah,
I've got one of those that I keep with me. It's a perfect little beater mod, man. That thing is awesome.
And it fucking pumps out the jams too. You can throw on right now. I got a dual fuse Clapton from you, Yeti. Your Clapton's in here. Van Halen's, I should call them actually. We don't call them Claptons anymore. They're called Van Halen's. I have it on the old what the fuck is this thing called? Oh God, let me unscrew it. This is the 454 Big Block.
Big block.
This is an old thing too. This is like 3 years old.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that.
And it fucking puts off the fucking vape, man.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
All my favorite things are a little older. My Praxis and shit that I got from Richard's shop. I fucking use that every day. Fucking love
Nice.
it. Yeah.
Is
Fucking love it.
the button treating you good on that one?
It's just starting to get a little iffy.
Yeah.
But I cleaned it out here recently and kind of did some maintenance on it, and it's working fine again. But
That's
it was starting to get a little funky. So
Yeah, I mean, I think they were the first company that did that kind of button where you had to push in, weren't they? Or I don't know.
yeah, it's that. As far as I know, they're the only ones who've done that.
Yeah.
And you know why I like it? Because I can throw this. I like to take when I'm going to work, I'll usually have like a regulated mod with a tank on it. But like when I get to work, I want to use a mech mod because I'm just a mech mod guy. I can throw this in my briefcase with a battery in it and shit, and it never auto fires. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you have to. The button is designed that way. So
Yep. Exactly.
that's the only reason. I mean, that's like the number one reason why I got it is because I wanted something that could just. It's a little expensive to be a banger, a little beater, but. It's
Yeah.
got to become that for me, and I think it's perfect for that.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, man, go check out vapingcollection.com. They have so much nice stuff on it. Oh my god.
Thanks, man.
Your selection of hardware, it's fucking delicious, then. I mean, honestly. Fucking love it. I go over there sometimes just to get,
Just a
get a little wet. Just to get a little wet.
Yeah. Always expanding too, man. So
Yeah.
and got
So
that
much
overdose
to do.
20. Got to remember
Yes.
that.
Yeah, so 20% off, and it's the code is overdose 20, right? Just overdose 20.
Yep, overdose 20. Yep.
So I mean, if you guys don't know, 20% is a fucking pretty major discount. So
Yeah. It's off the entire cart.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it pulled up now. I'm gonna go check it out when we get out of here.
but it doesn't count for the $10 30s.
Yeah, that's the only thing it doesn't work on.
So I mean, but you shouldn't. I mean, that's a pretty big discount to begin with. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but speaking of the shop and shit, Richard, you wanted to talk about something like if you wanted to do a giveaway here pretty soon. So you want to talk about that a little bit, maybe?
Definitely. Yeah. Real quick. It's just we've got the new Vapor Tree flavors in. Yeah, exactly. And we're going to do a giveaway where it's going to be an Instagram giveaway where you repost it. I think that's the best way to do giveaways.
Now, I'm out. I can't do it now. Fuck.
Yep.
Well, if you have,
I'm just joking.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's the only way I've done it is the Instagram way. I'm sure there's a lot of other ways to do it, but anyways, we're gonna do a giveaway. It's gonna be where you win the whole line. So yeah, and there's some really good flavors too. Whoever is doing, mixing their juice over there at Vapor Treats is doing an amazing job. I got a Pebbles cheesecake, which is the first Pebbles cheesecake I've ever had, and it's bomb.
It's bomb. Yeah, it's bomb.
Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, and then they have the ice cream cake, and they have another Oreo flavor that's really, really good too. So
that's the only one I haven't tried yet. Is the Oreo one? I haven't tried that one yet.
It's really, really good. It tastes spot on to an Oreo shake. You can't get any better than that. But yeah, if you guys want to stay posted on that, follow at the Vaping Collection or follow our Facebook page, Vaping Collection, and that will be happening soon. So yeah.
And and on Overdose Vapes, we're gonna have reviews of ice cream cake, the Oreo one, and of the Pebbles cheesecake. And we're gonna mention this giveaway. So leading up to the giveaway, we'll keep everybody reminded and keep steering everybody over to the Instagram. Yeah. Because you should be on Instagram anyways. We're on Instagram, Overdose Vapes on Instagram. And if you're a vapor and you want to stay up on like all the latest hardware and all the latest juices and stuff, Instagram is really the place to be right now. So.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and over the next week or so, it should start unfolding. The giveaway, and the review and all that. So yeah,
Right on.
good stuff.
Right
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Yeti, before we finish this up, what is your hardware that you use on a regular that's old and moldy?
Probably, I would have to say it's not real old. Well, yeah, kind of. Probably the Apollo mech mod. It's one of my favorite mech mods. So
That's a solid mod, dude.
I've got 2 of them, and I run them constantly. That, and on top is Twisted Messes. The Twisted Messes V1. You can't go wrong with it, man. I think it's by far one of the best atomizers ever made.
It was the first one designed for serious builds.
Yep.
In my mind, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
Well,
this is
yeah,
built
I
for
agree.
for serious shit.
Yep. Yep. The Doge was a contender. The Doge and the El Cabron were contenders, but they were 3-post, and that's kind of where they could say. And I agree. You know, the Twisted Messes was the first actual builder's Addy, I guess you could say. Yeah.
3-post is so fucking dead, dude. I was just thinking about that. I was using my Patriot because I went and bought an authentic Patriot because Patriot was my first RDA, so I wanted an authentic one. And I got it, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do with this. It's 3 fucking posts. It's like, I can't do shit with this thing, dude. Put a fucking couple 28 gauge micro coils in it.
I know, it's crazy. I really like the 2-post, like the Velocity style. That one is just, I really, really enjoy building on that style.
How about a continuous build in a battle deck, though, Yeti?
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I like to. That's what I've kind of grown to love the 3-post. I found a new way to build a sleeper build in a 3-post, and I've been building Clapton, like sleeper Claptons.
Oh wow!
Holy shit! Is it bringing a whole new level to 3-post 3-post Addies? I've got several of the battle decks, and that's the only way I run them is with the continuous Clapton in them.
Well, maybe I'll send you my fucking my Patriot, and you can build something crazy in it for me.
I could do that.
Because I can't do shit with it. I mean, honestly, I don't know what to do with it. So.
The Patriots post holes might not be big enough.
I drilled them out.
Oh, then they might.
I drilled out the post holes, and I drilled out the fucking airflow holes. First thing I did when I got it.
Yeah. Up until just a months ago, the Kennedy was a 3-post for forever, you know, and now they have the 2-post. But yeah, 3-post is definitely getting out of.
The Kennedy kind of did it right, though. The original Kennedy was not bad for a 3-post design.
No, not at all.
It was all right. Yeah.
The Kennedy, I can speak for the Kennedy 24 and the 25, the 2-post. They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, they are. They are.
They're fucking bitching. All right, Richard, how about you? We didn't get to you for your oldest hardware that you use.
Yeah, I have my oldest out-of-date hardware that I like and I still use it is this POTS box. It's literally like made out of cardboard. And it literally is. And it takes 2 18650 batteries. And I remember I got it just because I had never had a 2-battery mechanical. So I put 2 batteries in it. I took off the atomizer I was using on my single battery tube mod, and I pushed the button. I was just like, damn, this thing hits hard. But this is literally like my, I think this is like my 4th or 5th POTS box, because something with the inside of it, if you guys can see, it's like, it's kind of wired a little weird. So it kept shorting out on me, and this whole interface right here would just melt. It would just melt the whole thing. So yeah,
you gotta love them if you keep going back after that. So.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, it's just like the epitome of a beater. I mean, this thing like is just. I mean, I don't know, but so yeah, that's what I got.
Wow,
For
it's
your,
like a little button.
That's your worst.
It's like
I'm sorry, that's your worst mod that you still use?
It's my most out of date, and it's probably the as far as build wise, and I don't know. Yeah, it's probably the worst built, I would say, but I don't think I have any mods that are like horrible. You know, like they all work pretty well. Or else I probably would have thrown them away by now.
But you got Stockholm syndrome for that bots mod though.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I know how that feels.
I have Stockholm syndrome for this little beauty.
Yeah. Oh, the cherry. Oh, yeah.
You know,
I wanted to get that one for the longest time.
this thing is the heaviest mod I own. And you know, it's actually, I like it, except that it's the only mod that I ever vented a battery in.
Yeah.
And they are dangerous. You got to really know what you're doing, but it's also just a desk mod, and I still pull it out and use it from time to time.
So how'd you vent the battery?
I had taken it with me somewhere, and it tipped over and was auto firing. So it really was my fault more than the mod's fault. But as you know that they also, like, if you touch the top of the mod and your keys touch the atomizer, it'll fire as well.
Oh wow!
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's not
Jesus
grounded
Christ.
properly.
Oh
Not
Jesus
grounded.
Christ!
And I don't use it as much anymore either because the cup on it's 22. So literally, like a goon, you can't even use it on here
Yeah.
because it won't make a connection.
I think 24 millimeter is the new standard. I mean, if we're being real, I think 24 millimeters is the new standard. I think 60 mil bottles of juice are the new standard. I think
I agree.
I think that's where we're heading. Definitely where we're heading.
I hope
All
it
right.
phases out to all 30 mils gone and all 60 mils for the standard. That's
Well,
just my opinion.
That's what I've been seeing. You know, unfortunately, places like one of my favorite places, which is Charlie Noble. In order to beat tax, you know, because they had 30s, 60s, 120s and shit. But then after the 8th, they decided that that was too many SKUs to have. So they just got rid of 30s. They got rid of 120s. So now they only have 60s. So yeah, you know, and I can do 60s. I think that's cool. But I do miss the 120s. You know, so I hope that we still can maintain those options of having 120s.
Yeah.
Let's just get rid of 30s altogether and shit.
Yeah.
Well,
get 300.
30s to me nowadays are like back to the days where we used to get 10 mil bottles.
Yes.
I mean, a 30 is really just a sampler
Yeah.
Sample.
at this point. You know,
I
with,
drink about 30 a day, so it's just not feasible for me to fucking buy 30 mil bottles.
also, if any juice makers are listening out there, $22 30 mil bottles are dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
There really is.
So knock that shit off.
Yep.
That's over with.
I feel comfortable, you know, where I really feel comfortable is like 60 mil bottles for like about 25.
Yeah.
If, you know, like to buy, you know, in a retail kind of situation. I mean, I know that you can get them cheaper, but I'm talking like premium brands that people are always going to want, things like Mother's Milk and all those kind of juices. I think that if we could get those kind of brands to 60 mils for 25, that's a standard that I could live with. I mean, it's still for like DIY guys, that's outrageous. But you know, for your average customer, I think that's fair.
For premium, for premium e-juice, I think that's about right.
Yeah, I agree.
And $40 120s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm okay with $40 120s. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay,
That's
so
why I. Sorry,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
no, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say that's why I like doing DIY. You can make 300 mils for $5 or $7.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, and that's
unless
why
you.
that's why I like concentrates, because I can make 200 mils for 15, 16 bucks.
Yep.
Exactly.
You know, the only problem with that is that the same people who, I mean, like, it's the same people who don't want to build their own coils, so they go to the shop and have somebody else build coils for them.
Yeah.
These are the same people who aren't going to want to make their own juice too. You know, like hobbyists and stuff. I could see all of us getting into doing our own juice, and you know what I mean. Like, I don't mind building my own coils, but for your average person on the street, they're always going to want to be able to go into a store, just buy a bottle of juice, buy some pre-made coils.
Yeah.
And so I think there's always going to be a space for that. But I do think that all the hobbyist people should learn how to make their own juice. And, you know, just if you're vaping like me, I'm vaping 900 mils a month. I'm going to have to learn how to make my own fucking juice. It's just
I just want to interject one point on that, and that is with the deeming regulations that came out, 90% of these juice companies are going to be gone in 2 years, and concentrates are the future.
It's true.
Yep.
So, you know, if you want to survive as an e-liquid manufacturer, you're either, you know, going to have to partner up with a huge company like Molecule Labs, and only certain companies can do that, the bigger companies, or you're going to have to make concentrates and circumvent the deeming regs.
And here's the thing is that like I've mentioned this at a couple different times, but in Australia they already do that. They make a concentrated flavor, and you have a little sidecar of nicotine that you buy alongside with it. That's how they beat the laws, and I think the same thing's going to happen here. We're definitely going to have to sidestep the regulations in those kind of ways. For mods and stuff, it's easy, right? Because with the old MVPs, you used to be able to charge your cell phone with it. You could use it as a power output. Yeah. All they got to do is fucking put a power output on every mod, and all of a sudden you got a fucking a portable power brick. You know what I mean? With a 510 adapter. Maybe put a little fucking 510 light bulb with it. Yeah. So it's a flashlight. You know what I mean? If you want to put something else on there, I can't stop you.
Yep.
So
I think the other thing you might see in mods is down the line, your mod may come in pieces. I don't know if other people have brought that up before, but the way things are going, them calling everything, you know, saying that a mod with no addy attached is a tobacco product is ridiculous, because until you put it together, it's not a tobacco product. But if they really go hardcore on this, I think you're going to see, you're going to have to build your mod too. I mean, but I think what they're going to do is they'll make them modular, right? So you'll get your mod, and it's going to have battery clips, and you're going to have to put the thing together before you can use it.
That'd be okay. Fuck, I'm all right with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's the kind of thing that we're in a, you know, that's the reality nowadays, that they're going to have to figure out ways to circumvent some of this stuff, because some of it's just ridiculous.
Well, I'll tell you what. We've always been able to circumvent shit. Even during the 80s, during the height of the drug war, there was head shops in every town. Even small little towns had head shops selling fucking bongs and pipes. So there's always a way. It's just in how you phrase things, how, you know, what you intend this thing to be. Of course, everyone knows what it's really for, but as long as it's like a little nudge, a little wink, everybody's paying taxes, I think they're going to leave us alone for the most part.
The bongs always had a note taped to them that said, "This is intended for tobacco use."
Tobacco.
Only.
Yeah.
So,
you know, I think as a whole, I don't think that the vaping scene is ever going to be dead. That's just my opinion. I think too many of us, you know, too big of an industry.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right. That, and it's way too easy to hollow out a flashlight and turn it into a mech mod.
Yep. There's so many fine lines. You know what I mean?
They can't get rid of flavoring. They can't get rid of nicotine. They can't get rid of 18650 batteries. They just can't. You know what I mean? All these things, and this is really honestly all we need to continue vaping. And they're never going to be able to get rid of all that shit.
No, they won't. They won't.
You're right. You're right.
Travis, you just went full on robotic again.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and shut it down. It's after 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So thanks for joining me, everybody.
Yeah, thanks everyone for coming, watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.